Have you ever encountered the regretful gaze of those who once underestimated you? That moment is the quiet, yet profound reflection of your strength. Today, we'll discuss the slow brewing regret of those who let you down. With each step, you are invited to explore the power that bears witness to the past and the realization that dawns in their eyes. This journey is not only a testament to your greatness, but also a story of others coming to terms with their own mistakes. The first reason they feel a sense of shame is the dawning awareness of their errors. The truths they once twisted to deceive others now stand clear as day, leaving them unable to resist the power of honesty. Consider this. Someone who once crafted justifications for their actions now recognizes that their flaws are fully exposed. This isn't mere embarrassment. It's an inner conflict brought on by a deeper confrontation. Like faces hiding behind innocent masks suddenly left defenseless, this moment resembles the breakdown of someone facing the depth of their own mistakes. When that moment arrives, they are forced to confront the weight of their wrongs, breaking down their defenses and humbling them once again. They feel the truth like a mirror reflecting in their eyes, openly displaying their flaws. There is nowhere left to hide. Every encounter becomes an inescapable reckoning, a reminder of their own mistakes. Behind their discomfort, a slowly growing awareness emerges. In a casual encounter, in an ordinary moment of the day, they start to see how the lies they told and the hurtful words they spoke have lost their impact. This realization pulls them back, making them recognize the futility of their confident actions against the unyielding weight of truth. As if that weren't enough, you sense their struggle as they stumble through weak admissions or surface-level apologies among those who once supported them. Their mistakes cast a shadow, circling them like an internal storm of turmoil. Each meeting with you becomes a moral test they cannot face, as your presence reminds them of an unshakable truth within their own minds. The marks of their missteps appear like an invisible weight they carry. This awareness enlightens them in an instant. The inner regret from their actions strikes like a flash of lightning, deeply felt. Even in your silence, you present a powerful indictment. Your steadfastness echoes in their spirit as a constant reminder. These moments of reckoning are anything but fleeting. Instead, they leave an imprint on their subconscious, drawing them into an inevitable confrontation with your truth each time. In their eyes, you can see the deep scars of past pains they inflicted. This burden lingers within them as a reverberation of the wrongs they once committed. Just like that day when all masks fall and intentions of the heart are laid bare before a divine judgment, your presence becomes a moment of revelation in their lives. With every encounter, this confrontation stirs their deep-seated fears, bringing forth the hidden mistakes and missteps they've tried to bury. Your steadfastness becomes a reflection that shines light on everything they've kept concealed. Imagine a friend who once dismissed your friendship, now hiding around every corner to avoid the chance of seeing you. They start avoiding social gatherings, convinced they see accusations in others' eyes. This fear drives a profound shame, not just toward you, but toward everyone around them. Every corner appears like an arena where their misdeeds are on full display. The weight of their guilt feels like an endless trial, where even in the quietest of crowds, every glance feels like a silent judgment in their inner world. Picture your neighbor's face. Even in a brief conversation, they can't conceal the tension or the inner fear that you know their wrongdoings, or the colleague at work who goes to great lengths to stay out of sight. Every interaction brings a reminder of missed moral opportunities, of mistakes made against you, a growing awareness they cannot escape. For these individuals, the fear of truth coming to light stirs a storm within, unsettling their spirit. They may struggle to escape these moments of reckoning, but this fear within makes finding peace impossible. And so, your strong and quiet presence becomes, in their eyes, a keeper of truths, a reminder of their moral failings. Every encounter reignites their fears. Even your silence feels like an invitation to their own inner reckoning. To them, your presence is like a judging voice. The fear they feel when looking at you is a reflection of their own exposed mistakes and troubled conscience. This becomes an unending cycle in their world. The quieter you remain, the deeper their inner struggles grow. Because in truth, it isn't your presence they are fleeing, but their own conscience. They find themselves in a moment of reckoning, in a dead end, where all avenues of escape are exhausted, bearing the weight of every mistake and forgotten wrongdoing. These encounters awaken a self-awareness within them, forcing them to face a truth they had long evaded. Your presence, like a guide uncovering their deepest fears, invites them toward an internal cleansing. Just as the branches of an oak tree reach toward the sky, a person's sense of respect branches out from an inner strength, a deep-rooted confidence. But when the branches of an oak are cut, its desire to stretch skyward fades, leaving an emptiness. Your presence is like that pruned tree in their lives, a reminder of the respect they once held but have since lost. Now, they find themselves longing for a respect they know they can no longer earn, creating a void that weighs heavily on them. Imagine a family member who once criticized you. Now they can hardly meet your gaze, knowing that once that branch is severed, it will not grow back. Each encounter painfully reminds them of the reputation they once possessed, but lost by their own actions. What they did has settled in their soul as a heavy burden, and your presence is a symbol that they have irretrievably lost that respect that once resonated in their hearts. In daily life, these moments hover over their thoughts like a shadow. Picture a once confident colleague who now avoids your gaze in meetings, weighed down in every setting, or a friend who once damaged your bond, now unable to find their place in social circles, retreating into solitude with the knowledge that the closeness they once had is forever out of reach. The respect they have lost is no longer a quiet absence in their inner world. Instead, it presses down on them with each step, a weight that grows heavier. Every glance, every smile of yours lands on their shoulders, quietly conveying the respect they forfeited. In the flow of daily life, these encounters are like a silent witness, following them in the background. Picture your colleague, once walking with confidence and comfort, now unable even to hold eye contact in social settings. Think of the regret your old friend feels toward you. Now, they linger silently in the background, having resigned themselves to the loss of a bond they can never regain. In their eyes, you are more than an individual. You are the true symbol of respect and genuine worth, a treasure they once held but lost. This loss stirs a quiet but deep discomfort within them. Every encounter forces them into a mental corner, where your presence reflects a value they know will never return, shining a mirror on a strength they lack. The void left by this loss chips away at their confidence, compelling them to reflect on themselves with every step. Each meeting with you feels like an inescapable reckoning, pulling them into a whirlpool of self-inquiry. You have become a figure of moral authority in their lives. Your honesty and sincerity have become values they cannot claim. You are now a constant reminder of the respect they might have once had, but allowed to slip away. And so, every encounter with you stirs a fresh wave of regret, each time pushing them further into self-examination. In moments like these, they stand there, like a treasure trapped in the shadow of the past. For them, your presence symbolizes an honor they can no longer attain, a reverence overshadowed and forever out of reach. Sometimes, the presence of another person appears before us like a mirror, revealing all we've hidden, escaped from, or covered up. Just as we must face the darkness to recognize the light in our lives, so too do their masks fall away in your presence, leaving nothing concealed in the bright light of truth. You are, in a way, a symbol of divine awakening on earth. The false selves they've passionately constructed become fragile and vulnerable around you, and in each encounter, they are forced to confront the traces of what remains. Consider that coworker who once secretly tried to sabotage your plans. Now the knowledge that you see through it all turns every conversation into an inescapable moment of reckoning. Your presence becomes a relentless light, exposing all the intentions they tried to keep hidden in darkness. It's not just a fleeting discomfort, it's a deeply rooted shame that echoes within them with each encounter. In the course of daily life, such moments become saturated with unavoidable confrontations. Think of the neighbor who once tried to tarnish your reputation. Now, with the mask fallen, they're unable to even face the weight of their intentions. Or that old friend who once maneuvered every situation to their advantage, now seeing how the delicate veil they've woven unravels before the truth you embody. These moments of exposure strike like a storm, tearing through their constructed identities and laying bare the truth they've long tried to evade. It's a powerful awakening, stripping away the illusions they built and confronting them with a reality they can no longer ignore. And their inner fragility is fully exposed as the true face of the deceptions they once hid behind cleverness is brought to light. Now, in every encounter, they see a warning of what cunning really means. When their schemes are revealed and the respect and trust around them are swept away, a ripple effect leaves a void in their inner world. This moment of reckoning strips away even the remnants of dignity. The regret echoing within them turns into a profound inner conflict. Your honesty becomes a constant challenge for them. In this unguarded space, your presence stirs up their inner turmoil. When they look at you, they see not just a person, but a compass, guiding them to silently face their own mistakes. Your gaze is an open revelation of everything they wish to hide. To them, you embody truth itself, a silent yet powerful stance that holds them accountable for their own deceit. The exposure of their true intentions consumes their whole being like fire. Every encounter with you becomes a stage where their inner chaos and discomfort are laid bare. Thus, every meeting with you is a tangled reckoning in their minds, a confrontation they long to escape, but which your presence brings back each time. This is a powerful symbol of how your unwavering stance shines like a light in their lives, forcing them to confront everything they wish to leave behind. For them, your presence serves as a divine guide. Everything they have hidden within themselves is brought to the surface every time. You are a monument to integrity, walking on earth, not like a judge, but simply by standing there, you reveal their inner contradictions. They are forced to face their own mistakes, missed opportunities, and the truths left in the shadows when they encounter you. Thus, when you stand before them, you are like a lamp, illuminating all their shortcomings and the faces they try to hide. This light uncovers the conflicts within and everything they conceal about themselves. Your presence is a constant reminder of this reckoning. All the intentions they've hidden and covered up are destined to be revealed with each encounter. These moments of shame renew themselves inevitably every time, and there is no escape from this reckoning. Just like seeing hidden depths in the reflection on a lake's surface, your presence draws out the regrets buried deep in their souls. Every look, every word of yours becomes a clear mirror for them, a window revealing all the wrongs and regrets they've tried to keep hidden. When you are near, it becomes impossible for them to ignore the marks left by their mistakes. With every step, an inner reckoning awakens within them. The past they try to escape feels like a wave crashing against them in the quiet power of your presence. Think of that old neighbor who once spoke behind your back. Now they avoid meeting your gaze, as though your face reads their regret-laden past. Your stance mirrors their shortcomings, painfully reminding them that there is no longer any place to hide in the shadow of their mistakes. Each encounter with you stirs a vortex of regret within them, a guilt that is not fleeting, but one that burrows deep, an ever-present pang gnawing at them. It's not a momentary unease, it's a lasting ache that grows, with every look, every word, echoing the traces of their past missteps. Facing you creates a tangible tension in their spirit. Picture that coworker who once undermined your efforts. Now, they must avoid your gaze, feeling their guilt weigh on their words, pressing down on them like an internal burden. The friend who broke your trust loses their composure in your presence. The traces of their mistakes surface in every conversation, in every encounter. Their regret is like a constant storm, churning their inner world, leaving them stranded in turmoil, far from any peace. This inner reckoning pulls them into what seems like an endless cycle, each time feeling the emptiness left by their actions more deeply. The regret that has taken root in their souls grows ever larger, like a mountain looming before them as they try to avoid facing it. Each time you meet their gaze, each silence adds a heavy weight on their hearts. Your honesty stands as an unshakable symbol of self-reflection, becoming a source of constant tension within them. Every encounter with you feels like a test, forcing them to confront their own responsibilities. This burden reflects their hidden shortcomings like a mirror. In your presence, it becomes impossible for them to escape the shadow of their mistakes. Think of the colleague who once looked down on you. Now, they feel isolated in every meeting, carrying their regret as a silent companion. Or the friend who betrayed your trust, now sitting quietly in a corner, knowing that the hope of regaining past closeness has faded away. Each encounter serves as a profound reminder of the values they've lost. To them, you're not just a person, but a figure embodying all the right choices they passed up, showing them that those opportunities have slipped away for good. These confrontations leave a deeper mark on their hearts with every step. Being near you means once again feeling the weight of their past. This heavy regret continues to rage within them like an unceasing storm. Under the burden of what they've done, your presence brings forth their hardest reckonings. To them, you are like a light, compelling an internal reckoning. Every meeting brings back the heavy weight of the past. This regret is overwhelming because with each step, they are forced to confront a truth from which there is no escape. Just like wax statues melting under the sun, the false identities they've constructed slowly dissolve in your presence, leaving a deep void within. When their masks fall away, they are left to face the truth, realizing that they are neither who they believed themselves to be, nor who they wish to appear as. All their selfish actions, once hidden, confront them as your every glance dismantles the fragile structure they built in the past. Around you, these images become even more brittle. They begin to see the vast chasm between who they thought they were and who they truly are. Think of that old friend who once looked down on you. Now, as they recognize the reality of their actions, their self-confidence crumbles, and they see how groundless the identity they constructed truly was. To them, you are a mirror, reflecting the shattered remnants of a false self they once clung to, now irretrievably broken. This is more than discomfort. It is a confrontation that grows and takes root within them, fundamentally shaking their self-belief. Each time you meet their gaze, a deep turmoil stirs in their mind. As they're forced to face the false image they created, that structure begins to wobble. Picture someone at work who once tried to suppress you. Now, they struggle to maintain control in every meeting, feeling their weaknesses more acutely with each passing day. The mask they once wore can no longer hold, as your presence exposes their vulnerabilities. Or imagine a family member who belittled you in the past. Now they find themselves uncertain in your presence, watching as the awareness of their own fractured image dismantles the confidence they once had. Within them echoes a fractured sense of self, deepening into disappointment and self-blame. This awareness forces them to confront the emptiness of their former pride and the loss of worth they once thought they possessed. In that breaking moment, they see that everything they once took pride in was nothing but hollow pretense. To them, you become an unyielding reflection, exposing the fragility and contradictions of the false identity they created. Each encounter highlights the vast chasm between who they thought they were and their true selves. This realization turns them into prisoners bound by the chains of their own illusions, trapped in a reality they cannot escape. To them, you are not merely a person, but a powerful figure that brings forth their authentic self, standing against all the masks, incomplete identities, and contradictions. Your gaze assembles the fragments of their self-image, showing them who they truly are. Though they may try to flee their inner worlds, each encounter creates a void within, leaving them vulnerable and exposed. You become their reckoning, making it impossible for them to look away from themselves. Your presence, like a silent witness, rekindles their inner conflicts each time. That false identity has become a symbol of its own undoing, and every moment beside you feels like a challenging test as they struggle to bear this crumbling self. Each meeting with you amplifies the regret buried within them. The fragility of the image they once built shatters in your presence, confronting them anew with the truth. Now, when you meet their gaze, they cannot hide the helplessness they feel in the face of their identity's collapse. One of their deepest regrets is having squandered the opportunities to build a meaningful, supportive relationship with you. Imagine someone who once failed to support you. Now, they realize they've forever lost the chance to make a difference in your life. Your presence serves as a stark reminder of the relationship they never built and the countless moments they missed. Each encounter brings forth a reminder of the withheld support and lost friendly connections, not just as regret, but as an acceptance of potential that has vanished, a loss that remains as an unrelenting shadow over their life. These missed opportunities are painfully clear in the landscape of their daily lives. Think of a coworker who once disregarded your insights. Now, they find themselves isolated in a corner, forced to ponder the benefits of collaboration that slipped away, or a family member who remained indifferent when you needed support, now left in quiet resignation during family gatherings, bearing the remnants of a bond that could have once flourished. These missed opportunities stir a storm within them, eroding their sense of accomplishment with regret and lost potential. Their discomfort in your presence is shaped by the weight of countless lost chances. As they look back, they realize they ignored every opportunity to build a supportive, healthy relationship with you. Imagine someone who once looked down on you, but now feels deep regret for not being there as an ally. Every encounter with you becomes a painful reminder of the strong bond they let fade away. This awareness echoes with each unmade move and unearned respect from the past, shaking them to their core. Each glance exchanged reflects the void of a missed friendship and the unfulfilled potential. To them, you're more than just a person. You're a reminder of the forsaken chances and moments of support they allowed to slip by. Your silence becomes a powerful reflection of the meaningful connection that could have taken root, yet was abandoned. Your presence represents an undeniable truth in the face of the possibilities they let escape, and this awareness ignites an unbearable wave of regret that reverberates in their inner world. This reckoning leaves them caught in a painful cycle of their own neglect. Each encounter resurrects the memory of missed opportunities, exposing the emptiness within them as a stark reminder of the bonds they failed to nurture. Remember, your presence is the very source of the shame they feel. It's a testament to your undeniable strength and unwavering honesty. You have seen the outcomes of their actions: regret, anxiety, shame, and missed opportunities. Every encounter with you is a powerful symbol, reminding them of their shortcomings and your resilience. Whether it's the colleague who now struggles to find words in meetings, the neighbor who avoids confrontation, or the friend stumbling over apologies, these moments lay bare the inner strength you possess, your commitment to your principles, and your drive for self-growth. You will keep moving forward, seizing opportunities, and refusing to let anyone else's actions define you. Your journey reflects resilience and the determination for self-improvement. Every step you take continues to fortify your character and strengthen your resolve. Imagine a sturdy lighthouse on a stormy night, standing tall as it guides lost ships safely to shore. You are like that lighthouse, chosen to radiate strength, courage, and unwavering light for those who might lose their way. Every morning is a fresh dawn, a divine invitation to look forward with hope and strive for the best. That resilience and integrity within you are your guiding light, illuminating every step you take. You are a symbol of grace-filled determination, shaped by an inner strength that sets you apart. Never take lightly the power of your own story, the beauty of your journey. Know that you possess the strength to turn every challenge into victory. With every twist and turn, embrace this journey fully, knowing that there is a purpose and a plan unfolding with each step. Stay steadfast, and remember that within the heart of your story lies an unbreakable resolve. That foundation of determination is what makes your story unique, powerful, and inspiring. Ahead of you lies a future filled with love, peace, and growth. It's waiting to unfold as you walk forward. Share your story, lift your voice, and let it resonate in the lives of those around you. Just as the lighthouse shines its beacon without wavering, you too have a light within you that can guide, uplift, and inspire others. Your journey is not just yours, it's a testament of resilience and faith to those who look on. Embrace the path before you with open arms. This journey you're on is a gift. It's part of a grand design, a calling meant to bring you into fullness, joy, and purpose. As you step forward, do so with the assurance that there's a sacred strength within you, a power placed there for a reason. That strength is what will see you through every trial, every moment of doubt, and every moment of celebration. There is no mistake in your journey, no coincidence in your purpose. You're meant to be here, and your story is meant to shine. So let your life be a radiant light to the world around you. Carry this inner strength, this gift of hope, and share it freely. Your future is filled with promise. Hold tight to your faith, stay grounded in who you are, and trust in the love, peace, and growth that lie ahead.